Update in the Redneck brush mower. I left it sitting down in the woods ever since it quit running on me. And we had some snow melting off and the ground's frozen and the little area I left it in flooded. And I went out there just to check on it, and I could see the recoil sticking out, the seat, and the steering wheel. Everything else was dunked underwater. That's why we got the transaxle out of it. And I didn't film it, I just wanted to get it done, but while it was out, we took the welder to it, and we now have a locked differential in it. I'll give it a quick spin over with the tires on so you can see. For those of you who don't know what that means, your belt goes here from your motor. This is your input, powers the transaxle, and both wheels get power, but as soon as one loses traction, all the power goes to that side. Well, I've welded it solid right inside here in the differential now, so both sides will get power all the time. Because I got a lot of side hills I was trying to use it on, and the uphill side was just slipping all the time. So I figured worst case scenario, it blows up, and we had fun doing it. But it's welded up. Need to put it back in. I drained the reason I pulled it out was it was full of water. This here is the oil that was in the mower. You can see the water on the bottom separating out. There's hardly any oil. That's the water in the bottom. The rest of that's gas. The needle and seat are bad on this, and I put a fuel shutoff on it. But of course, as you can see, I was so mad at the stupid thing when the belt broke, we just left it on. And that's that. I'm going to pull the spark plug out, see if there's any water on the top of the cylinder head. Probably pull the carburetor off quick, clean it, put it back together, and go pound around now that we got that locked differential. And see how that does. I got a new belt for the drive belt. Had that for a while now. But we'll put it back together and see how it does. Just pulled the spark plug out. It was definitely full of water. So good thing we drained that. I'll probably shoot some oil in there before I put the plug in. Pull it over a couple times just to try to mitigate any damage I've already caused. Since I already dumped the oil and gas, I thought might as well flip it over. Made putting the transaxle in a lot easier than it would have been. You can see down here, this is the drive pulley for the transaxle. It's in neutral currently. The tires are spinning and it's not moving. And you can see, I'm going to back up here so you can see them both. I zoomed out all the way. As soon as I move one, the other one does the exact same thing. Whereas normally, the opposite tire, the other tire would spin the opposite direction. So now, when they're being powered, both have to turn 100% of the time. It's going to make it turn a little wider, a little hoppier, but for using it as a brush mower slash possible go-kart, should work out a lot better. And worst case scenario, it's going to end up grenading this, and big deal, I'll just scrap it. Not sure if I showed you guys this yesterday or not, but I got rid of the battery altogether and made what I'm calling a little jump start pump here. Since the battery that was in it was crap and I'm not spending money on a battery for it, it cost half as much as I paid for the whole thing. Then I would just do that, and I'll just leave a pair of old jumper cables laying in there because this always parks next to the deer, which has a good battery in it. I'll just jump it. So we just got put back together yesterday. I haven't fired it up yet, so what we're going to do now is adjust the carburetor and see if she'll run. Turn the gas on.